Alright, so the Civic is getting a new valve cover gasket today. It's something that really needs to be done. It's leaking oil from the valve cover, and it's burning oil, and it's actually coming down even to the bottom of the engine. So we need to address that, and we need to fix it, and I don't really want there to be tutorial type videos here, but I couldn't really find a good video on YouTube. So this is a tutorial on how to change the valve cover for an 8th generation Honda Civic with the 1.8 liter engine. Alright, let's go, let's get to it. Alright, so part-wise, you're not going to be needing too much, but a 10mm flathead screwdriver. I've got a few of them, a longer one, a smaller one. Brake cleaner. This is really important for cleaning the valve cover. The actual valve cover, and I guess, about an hour and a half of your time. So let's get started. First up is going to involve taking this plate off right here, which is basically just to flathead screw, just like half turn screws here. Then we're gonna have to take out these coil packs. Then we're gonna have to take out this bag piece here and unclip this hose. And then we're gonna unbolt the actual valve cover, and then we'll get to replacing it. Taking this cover off is really easy. Like I said, there are just two things you have to undo here. So you take your flathead, bring it like that, like a little bit to the side, bring it like that, and it should come right off. There you go, that piece off. Good thing to have is actually a little box where you can put all your nuts and bolts so you don't lose them, and losing them will not be fun. So you're gonna start, you're gonna wanna undo these right there. Alright, now that they're undone, set down your socket wrench, and you can just hand take these out. So they're not that tight. Alright, so now once you have them actually out, you're going to want to take out each one of these coil packs. To do that, basically what you do is you grab this clip, you clip it, you push it down, wiggle it out. Take it, push it down, wiggle it out. Take it. Oh, this one's a little bit wiggly here. Some of these are a little bit harder than others to take out. I'm going to skip this one, move on to this one here. That's out. So this one was a little bit hard to take out, but I finally got it. All I had to do was actually put a little flathead under this part right here, just to get it to come up a little bit more than pushing it would. You're going to want to take out these coil packs kind of lightly. You don't want to pull them out too hard because they are connected to the spark plugs. Ugh. But what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take them out and put them down somewhere in the order that I take them out. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Just, you don't need to put them in the same order, but I want to keep them in the same order. So let's do that. Alright, so none of them seem to have any oil on them, so that's a good sign. It means that oil isn't leaking into the spots where the ignition coils sit. So now we're going to move on, and we're going to take out this pack back here, and that's just another 2 10mm screws. I'm not going to be able to use this because this cowl here is in the way, but so you're going to have to take a wrench and do that instead. So let's get to doing that. I know this angle isn't really the best, but right behind the oil cap there's a bolt right here, and all the way back here there's another bolt. So you're going to want to reach in here, also 10mm, and just undo them. You don't want to strip these bolts because that wouldn't be good. So be kind of careful, kind of gentle. I'm just loosening them again like I did last time. You can probably take this cowl off with 3 clips, but I didn't want to do that. So yeah, see, that one came out a little bit easier. Now you don't want to have these fall back into the engine bay. That wouldn't be good at all. It's almost impossible to get in there. Now you should, down there, under the cover on the bottom, they'll probably just fall on there. But if they get stuck somewhere, you don't want to have them get stuck, because if they get stuck, then that's no good. First one out, second one out. What I forgot to mention is actually this hose right here, and you're gonna need a pair of pliers to take this out. All you're gonna want to do, take your pliers, gently push it in, and then move it back, push it in. of it back. Once that is done, this cover right here in the back is just kind of clipped. Now, I just wanted to take those that hose clamp off right now, but this cover right here is just kind of clipped. So once you take this part off, there's actually another piece underneath, and that you just want to gently push up, careful not to break this plastic, because you know, after, especially this car, 214,000 miles, plastic gets pretty brittle. And I have no clue what this stuff is back here. This dirt on my hands. But, you know, that kind of sucks because it's nasty. I should probably have gloves, but I couldn't find them. They're just clips that kind of come out. The reason for taking this off is it lets you get to the bolts back here. Take them out. Alright, so once you actually have this undone, it took a little bit, but you just kind of pull it back. It's not that difficult. This piece will just kind of be hanging there for a little bit, and it's easy to put back. You just clip it back in. Gives me access to these bolt holes right here. And you can, if you look at the bolt holes on the front, you probably can't see this. If you look at the bolts right here, the ones that you need to take out on the front of the valve cover, they're on the same place on the back. So that's why we're taking that piece off so we can get to them. Next part is going to be taking off this this wire harness right here. Also just 10 millimeters. This off, you just need to push it so this clip can undo it. So, oh my gosh, look at that. So just kind of lift this up a little bit. Don't break it, but pull it out of this spot, and then you've got this part off right here. If you want, actually right below you, there's this little spot. You just pull this clip out, and you can get this wire harness out. Just a little bit more out of the way here. Alright, so a little bit of a recap what we've done so far. We've taken out this back cover right here, which was back there, and that after you've undone all the bolts, all the clips, you just take out the wire bundle from this part right here, and then it just comes right out. We've loosened this back here. We've taken out all the ignition coils. We've unbolted the ignition wiring cover right here, and we have undone the rebreather tube. Now, last step is just to take out all of these bolts here from the valve cover. And now you're going to want to go from this one to this one, 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 like that, in that order. You're gonna. That's just the reverse of what the people at Honda have done it. So you want to do it that way, and then you want to put it on the reverse of that. Also, dipstick can come out. Once that comes out, and then last step is just freeing it from here, from the rebreather, and then just taking the valve cover out. Damn it. Alright, so I've got each one of these bolts loose now. The two back here, I actually had to use a swivel attachment with a lengthened attachment and the actual socket to get it out, so that could get loose. But from here on out, I'm just going to hand untie each one of these, and then we're going to pull the actual head gasket out. Alright, so quickly recapping, it's been about an hour and a half since we started, and it'll probably take you a little bit shorter because you don't have to film. But now that we have all 8 bolts taken out of the valve cover, and we also unhooked the rebreather here, just so it'd be easier to take out. Last step is just to take the dipstick out, set that down, and once the dipstick is out, all you're going to want to do is just take the valve cover off. And it might be a little bit hard to take off because it'll be coming off with the gasket, but it should be alright. In our case, the gasket's on the top, so it shouldn't be that bad. Be careful not to break anything as you're taking it out. And there's the gasket. These are all the valves here. So we got the valve cover off, it's over there, we're gonna clean it in a little bit. But what you wanna do on this is you wanna make sure all the sides here don't have any oil on them. So you gotta use some brake cleaner around these edges here, make sure it's super clean. You can see the valves in there within the oil, but you know, you wanna cover it up so no dust gets in there, because that wouldn't be no good. So let's go clean it. A 2-week follow-up on the valve cover gasket, and so I replaced it like you just saw. I replaced it, put the valve cover back on, tightened all the bolts, and this is about 2 weeks later, so I wanted to let you guys know how the progress was after the valve cover. No oil anywhere. No oil has been leaking, nothing. It's a perfect valve cover job. Runs great, no oil's leaking, so I guess we can call it a success. Valve cover changed, and that's it. Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe, leave a like. You can follow us on Twitter for more updates on videos and just stuff all around. So I'll catch you guys in the next one.